Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's a gorgeous day to discuss other people's excellence. I'm the Unfor Brother One himself, Mr. Brett Carroll. Charles is always daydreaming, and we're two guys like BS at work. We got a special one for y'all today. Charles is joining the mock draft community. Ooh, wee! This is our one and only. It's because I know I'm only gonna get Charles on here one time. Our one and only Giants mock draft. What's gonna happen is I'm basically just gonna walk him through every pick. He's gonna let me know what players he wants, positions, value, all this other stuff, and I'll try to point him in the right direction, and he'll be the one to make the ultimate decision. I probably should have made the draft clock a little slower.
I bought, the New York Giants. I'm the new owner of the Giants. It's my first draft. I'm gonna be very hands-on. I can't wait to guide us to multiple championships, multiple dynasties.
Right. So we're gonna get started here, and let's go. I wish it would show us like who's getting drafted. Let's get your Giants up here. It's not showing us
25. Let's go.
It's not. Now, also, if you want me to, I can pause it and try to trade up at any point as well.
No,
Okay.
While we're here, I just want you to know that the rumors are later picks are being rumored to get traded for a veteran corner or a veteran defensive tackle. So the first round pick is not being rumored to be traded as of right now, as of this recording, obviously, because there's a lot of rumors about Stephon Diggs and all that. As of this recording, Saquon is not signing.
I was going to talk about that. So
yeah.
I'll probably won't post this until Monday. So fingers crossed nothing happens over the weekend, because of course it will. But as of right now, Saquon's not on the team because he has not signed his franchise tag. Bijan Robinson is here.
I know.
That's something we could consider. I paused it because it'll give us more time to talk.
Listen, you just scroll down a little bit. You can let that clock run a little bit. I like the drama because I can explain what the Giants are semi thinking right now. Because the rumor of the trading the later picks for the veteran, I didn't hear wide receiver, even though there are separate rumors that they might want to move later picks to get a veteran wide receiver. Obviously, because of the Bills connection to the Giants now, the people have been putting Stephon Diggs in a Giants jersey all offseason. I don't know how realistic that is. For how ironic this statement sounds, I think it's more likely we get like a Hopkins out of the Cardinals than the Bills are going to let Diggs go, or Diggs would be happy with Daniel Jones over what he has right now, just being honest. With that being said, the Saquon news complicates this first pick from being definitely the best interior linebacker or cornerback, like right under a wide receiver. Because right now, I feel like the whole world knows the Giants need wide receivers. Like I keep hearing Addison, I keep hearing all the first round names for wide receiver.
Let's see. So Zay Flowers is still on the board. Josh Downs.
Zay Flowers or man, because Saquon complicates it. And like you said, off wax, ironically, because it makes a lot of sense now. What Brett told me was, different teams, different scouts are better in different areas. With that being said, that's why Zay Flowers scares me, because he's Boston College and the Giants haven't had that much success from Boston College. I think of immediately Andre Williams, who was supposed to be the successor running back to Brandon Jacobs and Earth, Wind, and Fire and all that. And he was not that special. Granted, wasn't taking him in the first round either. But I feel like Zay Flowers is he a guaranteed number one?
I like him personally. He's a little small, but
he's like a slot dude.
But he could play outside. So a lot of people, depending on, all right, so let me put you this way. If people love Zay Flowers, they compare him to Antonio Brown. If they like Zay Flowers, they compare him to Tyler Lockett. So If they don't like him, they put him more as a slot. So that's the comparisons that you're hearing. Zay Flowers is pretty good. I like him a lot. My only issue with Zay Flowers is you guys kind of already have smaller receivers, so I don't know if you want to keep.
It scares me. And this is from Pro Football Focus, real quick, to give what their perspective is of Zay Flowers is, because I did do somewhat look, a little bit of a look up before.
Here's the scouting report right here. So,
oh well, they say the pros are twitchiness. Flowers has a bit of what made recent prospects like Garrett Wilson and Jalen Waddle so special. That bounciness, when you see it, it looks like Flowers slingshots out of the cuts with how little speed he loses, and his catch radius is what they put down. Having 29.25-inch arms is a tough sell on the NFL level that gives quarterbacks such a small margin for error. The leading receiver with a sub 30-inch arms in the NFL last season, Greg Dortch, with 461 yards. So I get what you mean, but
they have Tyler Lockett as a comparison.
And go to the running back, because I really want to piss off the analytic bros right now.
Oh, you want to see Bijan? Okay.
Bijan.
So here we go. Explosive prototype build, ability to affect the passing game, both receiving and blocking, and then running with power.
He has longer arms than Zay Jones.
Yeah, there we go.
I think we found our first round pick. Write the name down.
All right, so we're gonna go with Bijan.
I'm gonna go with Bijan. Well, I know why too. I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. I do think he is talented. Brett's put me on him like halfway through the season when Brett was like, "Yeah, I'm not trying to talk shit." I really think he was being serious this time, not just randomly hating on Eli Manning in August like he was last year. And he was telling me, watch Bijan. He might have to, and he was being serious. He might have to replace Saquon Barkley. So it's very ironic at the time of this recording. The one time I'm doing a mock with Brett, ironically, I'm taking hypothetically Saquon's replacement. And y'all know I'm a Saquon fan, but we don't make the playoffs without a talented running back. Our offense is built around threatening the run in general, both from the running back and design runs to the quarterback and design runs. So if Bijan can catch the ball at all, his arms are longer than Zay Jones. Zay Jones could be the third of the same of what we already have on the Giants. Small, athletic wide receivers that when they're on, but when they're off, y'all are making fun of Daniel Jones for getting $40 million. Like it's a cycle at this point. So if I'm not looking at a wide receiver that's a good size, as ridiculous as that feels like to say for talent in the NFL, I'm going with Bijan Robinson in the first round.
All right, so we're gonna go Bijan. Also, if there's a position or something that you got, like, so inside linebacker, right?
Yeah,
you can pause this at some point and try to trade back up if we need to.
See, the trading back up, I'm not sold on in this draft. I feel like get some of the players that we might like, or trade back and hope for a deeper draft at whatever positions we might need. Because acquiring the veterans.
So, well, look, I'll just be honest with you though. So I just paused it just to show you. These are the top three linebackers. I agree with this list. You can interchange these two if you want to, but we're already at 46. And they're all three of them are still on this board. So it's one of those things we can monitor this. And if we get to like 53 and one of them's still here, you might want to consider it.
Yeah, we're picking at 57. We feel strong with our chances.
Okay.
Here in this draft.
I'm just gonna let it rock. All right, that's fine. We're gonna let it rock.
Yeah, sometimes you want to be pretty. You want the people to come to you and be like, "Hey, I want."
All right, so Drew Sanders just went to the Steelers. I'm actually very happy about that. Trenton Simpson. Oh wow. Okay, so
didn't have to give up any prospects. All right, let's see. Let's see which wide receivers are here real quick.
All right. Woo! Jalen Hyatt is still here. Now, Jalen Hyatt is the speedster out of Tennessee. He's 6 foot, so he's not a small guy. He's 6 foot. He's a burner. He's a little light, but he's at least tall enough to play the position. Explosive athlete, vertical receiving set. He is, runs 4.4. Let me see who they compare him to. Will Fuller. Okay. Will Fuller. Not a bad prospect at all. He's a guy that I would have considered in the first round as well. I'll put to you this way: if Saquon had to sign the tag and we weren't going to go running back, I would have pointed you in the direction of Jalen Hyatt over a guy like Zay Flowers. I think Zay Flowers is better, but again, because of the build, just as a guy that's more of what you're looking for. So honestly, you can't go wrong. Trenton Simpson, to me, is the best linebacker in this class, and he's
go to Trenton Simpson. Let's pull up his stats. People watching this, they're like, let's check out these numbers. Let's do a little bit of the analysis.
He's 6'3", 230.
Solid.
Yeah, I mean, I really like him. I mean,
top reasons. Go back up real quick. Top reasons to buy in.
Yeah, my bad.
Electric range and coverage and pursuit. That's super important. Exactly what we're missing. Explosive hitting power and impressive finishing ability to the football. Passing down value is rare for a player of a stature. Instincts playing forward or in space against the pass. Again, really important, especially in this NFL with some of the best generations of tight ends that happening in more recent memory.
Now, this is, I wanted to get to this. The one thing that scares me about him is, I'm guessing from what I'm hearing, he's more of a 3-4 inside linebacker. I don't know what scheme you guys play. I don't know if you guys are still a 4-3. I know you used to be. I don't know if you are now.
I don't think, judging by how we've been rotating, I feel like we're a
hybrid at least.
Yeah, hybrid 3-4.
Okay, because so maybe he works in.
But we definitely be mixing up. Like you see Kayvon on the line. Kayvon's a linebacker. That's not a 4-3. You know what I mean? Like that's a 3-4. But so if multiple front zone pressure scheme, yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead.
I'm going defense.
I think it's a great pick. I mean, this is a guy that, again, I want the Steelers to draft.
Trenton Simpson.
So far, to me, you guys are 2 for 2. This is a great
draft. Welcome to the New York Football Giants. I'm excited for you to be joining such a talented defense. We're picking up some veterans. We might make a move, but I don't know.
All right. So now, let me pause this one more time. Let me see where you guys pick again.
Oh, my bad. I pulled that up before. I can tell
you. You're at 90. Okay, you're at 90. Here's where it gets interesting. The wide receiver class gets really sketchy after a while.
I'm cool with that because, again, you know more so than other people how I feel about, if you're not in love with a wide receiver, there'll be another one. It's the deepest position in the sport. Again, I'm saying that as a team that. Do you remember what the name of my wide receiver that scored? They got 100 yards in the playoff game was?
No.
Exactly. Deepest position in the NFL. Dudes walking in off the street can make a difference. And not for nothing, I just bought this team and I know what problems have been here. Wide receivers relatively new. And we still got Wan'Dale Robinson. Shep's coming back. We lost Richie James, but I didn't like him and he dropped the ball a lot. But he is talented, so I wish him nothing but the best. But we got dudes that are hungry, and a bunch of the same just feels like I'm getting it to get it, not because I'm like, yo, this dude. Because not gonna lie, you wouldn't have sold me on that dude in the first round. You made a real pitch for the second round for Hyatt, just so you know. That, like a second round pick, that was one of those dudes. And his comparison. Will Fuller, that's not a bad comparison. You know what I mean? Like,
all right. So now we're on the clock again. Let me pause this real quick. The receivers that are left, Trey Palmer out of Nebraska. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've never seen him play. He's 6'1". Some people really like him. I have no idea. Sorry, my allergies. My eyes.
It's all good. Wait, who's his comparison, real quick?
Let's see. He ran a 4.3.
Bro, for somebody that admittly doesn't know the jock, you keep showing us these tiny speedsters. And I'm like, are you sure? Are you the scout? Are you the scout for my team? Because you're showing me the guys. But they're like, We don't really have a type. You guys you like these short, athletics, fast guys. You guys have a type. Oh no, we don't have a type.
So they're comparing him to Marcus Wheaton, who is a Steeler, by the way, who was actually
Oh my God, you and your steel. This is all propaganda. I realized Brett's game.
no. But the
Go to
guy.
corner real quick. Go to corner.
Okay, we didn't even look at the corner. The guy I really like is Kayshon Boutte. If for those who don't know who he is, he's the guy from LSU that would have been a number one pick, but this has just been a year of hell for him, both on the field and then off the field. He actually was gonna go back to school, but let's just say there was an incident that involved a party that involved some other women, including the scouting coordinator, who's now fired. And so he had to go. So then he, went to the draft. This guy, to me, could be an amazing player. This guy, to me, is one of those dudes where, let me see, who do they compare him to? I don't see it.
Yeah, they don't have a comparison.
He doesn't even have a comparison.
No.
This is one of those dudes where
he doesn't fit the system, though. It says spread system.
Oh, well, then there you go. This is one of those guys, to me, I would take, because you're hopefully getting him motivated.
LSU is one of those schools. You didn't have to sell me that hard. I actually recognize the name. Also, because I grew up around a family with a similar name, so it's kind of like he stuck out to me. Was it 2 years ago? He was stealing highlights in one of the playoff games. I think that was it. I don't know. All this shit runs together. Once your favorite players are drafted.
He's really good. He's really good. It's one of those things where.
But click on corner for me.
It hasn't been a great year for him. He's the type of dude that okay, come on, mouse. There you go. It's one of those things where we
go back up.
All right, yeah. Honestly, I'm being real with you. The only two guys I'm thinking about here, Eli Ricks too. Darius Rush is a big corner from 6'2", 200 pounds from South Carolina. I like him a lot.
Go down.
He's not apparently he's not as good in man coverage.
Tackling consistency is a problem.
But again, it's one of those things. If you believe in your Lamar Jackson.
Different Lamar Jackson. Different Lamar Jackson. Brett's NFL racism trigger almost went off. He was about to go on a rant. Y'all didn't see it. I heard it in his voice. Like when Brett gets triggered, it's very subtle, but it's like, like he's trying to cough. Like he's like, I just can't. Not that Lamar Jackson.
I like him. I like him, especially at this range. Tyreek Stevenson's an interesting one as well. He's another 6 foot guy. Reasons for concern. See, I was just looking for reasons for concern too. Specific scheme fit, tightness in hips.
Oof.
Press man heavy system. I don't know. Again, that's where you would have to come in. I don't know what
that's not us.
Eli Ricks is another one.
Bam is so hit or miss when it comes to defensive players.
Yeah, so they're either superstars or they're absolute busts. There's like no in between. Reason for concern, not that fast. Lack of
playing time. Go down.
Yeah, that was a weird thing. Like he was getting benched throughout the season this year, and I don't think we ever really knew why. It was just like, oh yeah, he's just benched, and it's like, okay. But again, one of those guys, the talent is there. You're getting him in the third. What is this, the third round now? Like, I would consider that as well. So those are the three guys. I don't think I've ever heard of this guy going this high from Louisville.
Nah, I never. And he's Louisville, which is just size and injury. Torn ACL in 2021. Good for you, kid. I hope you go high.
He's a nickel. He's just a nickel corner. Yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah, we already have too many nickels. I might go Darius Rush just because adding good size.
I like Darius Rush. He's the guy. If the Steelers want to go double corner, if we, you know me, I want us to go corner in the first round, do some other stuff. He's a guy. If we wanted to double dip at the position, this is a guy I would definitely consider. Panthers as well. They need corner. I would, if the Giants don't take him, I hope to see him come off the board at 94.
I'm saying he was ranked 84th. We're picking him at 90. I want to add depth, even if he's not the starting corner with the injuries, as you know, of the last couple of years, just in our secondary, and it's always the next guy up mentality. Last year with Dayball, I like how the defense is going. So just adding the depth and knowing that we have talent that could be on the outside. Because right now with like not Slayton. Oh my God. Anyway. We have a multitude of nickel corners is what my point was going to be.
Oh, yeah, so you don't need nickel. You need an outside guy. He could be an outside guy. So let's go ahead and take Darius Rush. All right. Let's see who just on the board in general. Antonio Johnson's still been on the board. Okay. You got some good players on the board. And again, this is where you might want to consider trading up. There's some really good players that are still in this board. And I don't know when you guys pick again, but
let me look.
129. I got it right here. It shows right here. So you don't pick again to 129.
It's 7 picks. We looking.
All right, let's hopefully Sidney Brown stays on the board. And he does. Yo, you've been getting lucky with these guys falling to you. Jesus.
Wait, whoa.
I'm gonna show you to you. I'm not gonna just draft them.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say because Noah Sewell is right there too.
Well, you took a linebacker already.
I like defense. We need more defense.
God, it's insane. He's a man.
Wow, you're a Panther. You want to claim the Panthers, and you think I'm insane when it comes to drafting defense. I want offense in the first round. You let me have as many linebackers back. I'm compensating for all these drafts. I wanted more linebackers.
High end versatility. Instinctive player, stature to play man coverage with tight ends, heads up tackling. Because I mean, that's not that big of a deal, honestly. Ideal role, sub package safety and chest piece, multiple scheme fit. I think this is a good, yeah.
Go ahead because we lost Julian Love.
Brandon Joseph is still on the board too. He's 6'1", 192 from Notre Dame. But you hate Notre Dame, so you probably won't even win. Notre Dame.
Yeah, that won't stop me from drafting a talented player. I would have drafted Manti Te'o. Like, let's be real. People are like, "Oh, he shouldn't even get drafted now," and it's like, damn, like y'all crazy.
Well, I mean, it turned out to be right. He didn't last long.
No, he did. He lasted longer. He just wasn't a star. You know what I mean? Like he was in the league for plenty of time, but it was just like
that's true. Middle of the field, close, heavy coverage schemes. Jesse Bates. Ooh, okay. Yeah, those are probably your two best options in terms of who's left on the board. Yeah, you guys.
I say Sidney Brown just because I'm picking him almost 50 spots past his rank. Come on, man.
What just happened? What the fuck? Oh, why did this is Sidney Brown, guys? For some reason, my mouse
you broke it.
For some reason, my mouse misclicked and we took the guy from Virginia. That's Sidney Brown. I don't even know how that happened, but that's Sidney Brown. I don't. That's insane. I was literally just trying to scroll back up and it clicked on the other guy. That's Sidney Brown. So, like Jesus Christ, how'd that happen? Okay. All right. Here, who do we? Ooh, Nathaniel Dell's still on the board again. This is a smaller guy.
Son of a bitch! Can any of you guys be over 6 foot tall? Any of you? Wait, go back up though.
But here you go, Princeton, Jersey guy. Right. Okay. Right. He is a elite athlete. But of course he played at Princeton, so that's why he's not really ranked high. Not a diverse route tree runner, isn't gonna block for you, but you're not getting him for that. You're getting him to be a down the field threat. He's 6'4" and runs a 4.4.
Yeah, and go back out real quick because the only other person that was sticking out to me was go up and without drafting somebody, please.
Yeah, I know.
Alex Austin, because he should have been gone based off his ranking.
Well, all these guys should have been. Oh, let me pause this for under a minute. All these guys should have been gone because of the ranking. We just got well, you like defense. He's 6'1". Let's
Stop trying to cock block my defensive picks.
So he's handsy and doesn't tackle well. Again, that's coachable though. That's coachable.
Does he have an NFL comparison?
Let's see. You
No.
probably won't have it at this stage of the game. Normally these, we're in the 4th round now, so it's like, yeah, here.
I'll take the homie from Princeton, man. Like, I'll take the Princeton dude. Like, because like this dude looks bad, but if I'm gonna get a guy that's on the upside, I have to go with the need and the upside. Andre Iosovas.
And he's ranked 129. So he's ranked where we picked last anyway. So, you got him for good value. And you're right back on the board at 174. Let's see who's still here. All right, let's pause this again. Elijah Higgins is still here. If you wanted to go back to he's another 6'3" guy.
Wait, is Riley Moss Randy Moss's kid?
I don't think so. No.
Is Randy Moss's kid?
He already would have been drafted. Thaddeus Moss from LSU.
Thank you. I was bugging the shit out of me. Why am I like? I'm like.
All right, so he's 6'3", but he's been in the slot. That's interesting. He must be slow. 4.5. That's not slow. That's interesting. He's 6'3", but he was only using the slot most of the time.
Take him.
Where'd he go to school? Stanford. Oh, that's why. So he was a tight end, basically.
Take him. Take him. He actually fits. He actually it's one of those things where it's like, wait a second. Yeah, we could use that. like where he's getting drafted in the 5th too. It's like, no, that kid.
There's a lot of good players left on this board. It's a deep draft. This is one of those drafts. It's like it's not the high end talent that like most drafts have, but this is one of those things where like there's multiple positions that are very, very deep, like corner, tight end, wide receiver. Ironically, like a lot of people are poo-pooing on the receiver class because it's not, again, the top end talent isn't there, but depth is a thing there. Running back is a great running back class. It's a really weird draft because it's like edge rusher class is deep. So it's one of those drafts was like there's probably not like top end talent, but like there's multiple positions where it's like, yo, you could get guys in the 4th round that in a normal draft you're probably going in like late 1st, early 2nd type shit.
Yeah, go with Elijah Higgins, bro.
All right, let's do it. Unpause it. And then we're gonna go with Elijah Higgins. All right. We're rounding out pretty well here. This team needs. Let's see. So we haven't gone line yet, which is fine because I don't think the value is there. We're now in the 6th round.
Yeah, and it's not
we did go safety. Remember, y'all, we went safety because this asshole is really supposed to be Sidney Brown.
Let's look at edges.
All right, so you see here the edges are still here. Oh, and we're on the board. Perfect. All right. Oh, Jaden Reed's a guy we could have considered too. He's only 6 foot. So, okay. Let's see. Let me just look at the edge class altogether.
Auburn, Ekuota.
I'm trying to think of Isaiah McGuire is still on the board. Oh my. Carl Brooks is still on the board. This is the guy I want the Steelers to get. Okay. So you wanted to see what this guy is from Auburn. I've never heard of him. I'm not gonna be honest with you. He's 6'4", 250. Okay. Quick first step. Nice blend of size, length, and athleticism. Functional play strength. Lack ideal bend. Okay. Not in a way of pass rushing moves. Still raw from a technical. I mean, that sounds good for a 6th round pick. I'm going to be honest with you. Ideal role outside linebacker in a 3-4. That's perfect. Okay. That's somebody we can let's put a little pin on that one.
And go to your boy Isaiah McGuire. People want to see that if you had that reaction. Hey, Isaiah McGuire?
4 272. So big boy. Big boy. Great run defense, motor and play.
Top reasons for concern: room to get stronger and maximize his skill set.
Control the finisher, modest twitch and suddenness. So again, we're talking about the 6th round. So you're talking about guys that you're looking for upside, right? You're looking for guys like, yo, we can if we can coach some things, that's ideal.
It says while he may go back up, while he may appeal as a 3-4 outside linebacker, he hasn't been given much opportunity in that role, so it's more projection based. That's something to keep. At minimum, McGuire has the makings of quality rotational player in the NFL that could challenge to be a starter with increased play strength to maximize his physical role. Can you go down real quick?
It's one of those things where you can't teach his size and strength. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's just, 3-4. So he's so they're saying
Shaq Lawson. Yeah, take him. 6th round pick. This is exactly the type of play, because he's going to be bench anyway. So if you're saying he thrives off the bench and his ceiling is becoming a starter, cool. You're not picking. If you're picking in the 6th round for somebody that's definitely going to start on your team, you're in a bad way. So
you're in a bad position. And honestly, again, the edge class is so good. We could probably go edge again with your next pick. Let me see what picks do we have left. Oh yeah, we still have 3 more picks. And this is where if you wanted to, fuck it, you might want to consider like moving back up and just getting some of these guys.
No, I'm out drafting these motherfuckers without doing anything. That's how good I am at this shit. like, do you see the draft I have?
Oh, this is us. Oh, okay, so we're on the board. All right. So
go back to edge real quick.
Who's here? Let's go back to edge. Let's see if any of these guys are still on the board. Jomo's still on the board. Lundy Phillips is still on the board. Those are 2 guys I like. Carl Brooks is still on the board. Yo, they're not showing no love to Carl Brooks. I don't like that. Show some love to the Matt guys. All right, the rest of these I ain't gonna hold you. I've never even heard of any of these guys. Yeah, no, we're not picking any of those guys. I'm not gonna do that to you. So Jomo from Texas, 6'3", 281. Jomo, I think the knock on him is he like a tweener? Is he like a guy that's gonna be inside or outside? We don't really know. He got great length, great motor, football IQ. Yeah, scheme fit. So like that's why it's like, in limited production, because again at Texas, he was kind of like inside and outside.
Length, football IQ, effort, and motor. It's the 6th round. Take him. When he's got the size, he's got the raw talent to be good enough to make the roster. It's about the coach figuring out how to use them.
And then just to show you, Lonnie Phelps, another guy from the Big 12 at Kansas, transferring from Miami of Ohio. Go Mac, but fuck Miami. High IQ, instinctual pass rusher, high motor. He's scheme specific. Again, obviously he's a little bit smaller too, though. Ran the 4.5s, definitely a 3-4 outside linebacker. He's going to be more of a designated pass rusher. So that's kind of why he's falling, because he's only a pass rusher. So it's up to you what you want to do.
Go with the dude from Texas.
Dude from Texas? All right. Let's do it.
Look, and your Steelers might take your boy you feel is getting disrespected.
Carl Brooks. Let's see if they took him. No, they did not. Oh, we're
draft
back.
Carl Brooks.
And we're back on the board.
I'm taking Carl Brooks. I've been hearing about draft.
From Bowling Green, the Mac.
You take him.
Let me just show you. Oh, wait, let me pause this real quick because I'm sure the clock is still running. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. That scared me. Like, kind of froze for a second. Okay. Carl Brooks. He's 6'4", 295 from the great mid-athletic conference, the MAC. High profile sack artist with production. The last 2 years, heavy hands and power, collapse blockers, plays on the plus side of the line of scrimmage, high effort from the snap, pleasant variety as a pass rusher to attack and mid rush. Reasons for concern: unorthodox body type, of length and stack and extend his question, illustrates some tightness to his frame, limited his projection to corner and flatten against NFL blockers. Run defending skills are boom or bust. Okay. So that's Carl Brooks.
Take your boy. Take your boy.
He's 6'4", 295. Man, throw some respect on the Mac. Let's do it.
It's the 7th round. Like, Jesus, if we can't swing for the fences in the 7th round, these aren't fun. Like, I just want to point out, that's why a couple of times, like, you did sell me in the 2nd round on that wide receiver. That's the only time, that's the only picks up where I'm like, the 2nd round is the only one I'm like, oh, that might come back to bite me. All the other ones, besides the random wide receiver you chose, so that safety.
This is our last pick. We've went 3 edges in a row.
Defense, baby. And so if Brent didn't mess this up, I would have went defense.
And people wonder why Charles is not the GM for the junior
Giants. We'd have the number 1 defense in the league, though.
Charles, please, we can't score. You drafted 5 edges, 5 drafts in a row. I don't care. We're gonna win.
No one's running on us.
We're gonna win 2-0 every game, and you're gonna like it. But you can't do that. Who says we can?
You'll enjoy these 10-0 wins and love it. 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Like most basketball teams, like if they have missed free throws in the 4th quarter, it's like free fries and stuff. Charles like, no, for every sack, free hamburgers at the concession stand.
Our fans are so fat. We have 2 of the leading sack getters of the league, but we're last in points. Defense wins championships. Bijan Robinson, Trenton Simpson, Darius Rush should be my safety.
This is safety.
And then finally,
we did go 2 receivers in a row.
And that's all you're gonna get. No, I might go wide receiver again.
And that's all you get, you filthy animal. Okay.
I'm just saying, you guys can't blame me for not trying to.
Hey, Lonnie Phelps is still here. I'm just letting you know that.
Take him.
Oh!
House rules. There's no rules. Get back on. There's 1 rule.
Okay, Parker. What the? Parker Washington is still on the board.
Take him because I want him to hopefully make Saquon happy.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if he's over. He's not over 6 foot though.
It's okay. It's 7th round. He probably won't make the team anyway. Take him.
No, he probably will. He's actually good. I'm just
go to all the wide receivers real quick.
Let me just see who's on the board. Well, we took 3, but we took 2 already. Raheem Jarrett still on the board. See, that's what I'm saying. This is a pretty good. Let me see if my boy from Jersey is still on the board. Dante Demas Jr. A.T. Perry is still on the board. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie to you, we might have screwed up taking wide receiver earlier. Justin Shorter. All right, so Justin Shorter is from Jersey. I covered him when we were at he's from South Brunswick.
Nice.
I covered him when we were both at the paper together. Why can't I think of the damn newspaper?
Think of this guy's name.
Yeah.
He's over 6 foot. Take him.
I'm about to say he's a big guy.
Oh, you're coming home, kid.
Let me see if they have a comparison to him.
It says you're good in the spread. I don't care. You're a 7th round pick.
And they also say possession wide receiver. Like,
get over here, you silly 7th round pick.
So Mr. I Love O-line didn't address the O-line in this draft at all. but that's fine. We're taking Justin Shorter.
We got 3 edge rushes
from Jersey. And he was a good kid too. Like he was a good sport because I made fun of him. I was like, yo, why you go to Penn State, bro? You should have went to Rutgers. And he just laughed at me. He's like, yeah, I know. Everybody's telling me that. I said, yo, you're right here. You're from South Brunswick.
Yo, for real. Like, but he wanted to get the fuck out of his hometown.
And I mean, yeah, and Penn State was like so much better at the time. This back when I think before we even brought back Shiano. Like, so I was like, yeah, no, I'm totally playing with you. Like, go to Penn State, dude. Like I'm totally fucking with you. Go to Penn State.
Okay, so let's look at my draft with the exception of the one pick you had to mess up, or we would see the genius of my ownership.
So under the first year of Charles, he's going to take Bijan Robinson, and immediately after he takes Bijan Robinson, Saquon's going to sign the tag. So this is going to be a terrible pick.
Nah, run first, baby. Run first.
Then we get Trenton Simpson.
I want 3 1,000-yard rushers. Barkley, Bijan, and Danny Dimes.
This is the pick of the draft. Trenton Simpson is a guy that could go in the first round. Could go as early as 32. Like if we took him at 32, I'd be happy. We're probably gonna hope that he falls to 49. So to me, right now, this is the best pick of the draft. Darius Rush, another good player. This is Sidney Brown this is the safety from Illinois.
Completely helping out our secondary.
Yeah, so
those were those back-to-back picks.
And then both our 5th rounders were wide receivers, which again, I think good value, very good value. And then just nonsense. just
don't say just nonsense. I want a pass rush.
No. Honestly, great value. Isaiah McGuire. So one YouTuber I liked, at one point Isaiah McGuire was 2nd on his board. That's how much he liked Isaiah McGuire. I didn't even hear about him until I watched this guy's YouTube, and he kept raving about this dude. I'm like, who the hell is Isaiah McGuire? I've never even heard of him. He kept raving about him. I watched him. I said, okay, I see why you like him. But he had a horrible combine, and he had a horrible, I want to say, Shrine Bowl. And so even he like, yeah, I love this guy, but I gotta drop him on my board. Like, but he admitted, like, dude, like, I love him, but like, I gotta drop him. But he was number 2 on his big board at one point. That's how much he loved this guy. So to give him in the 6th round, I think is great value. Jomo's a guy I want the Steelers to look at. These 2 guys are guys that the Steelers, I hope, if we can get one of those 2 guys later on in the draft. Again, it's 2 guys I know the Steelers will look at because we always pick Texas players and we always go MAC conference. And our MAC scout is pretty good. I mean, you think about Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, James Harrison.
Yo, shout out to our friend Matt, because I'm just thinking, I'm sorry, I have to say this stupid joke because it's exactly what he would say if we were at the office. Isn't it funny how the tallest person you drafted is named shorter?
That's hilarious. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Brett just heard it in his voice and all. It's like Brett just said in his head, Matt, you would say some shit like that, and Matt didn't even say some shit like that.
He would though. He definitely would. This is a good draft. I'm not, all jokes aside about the fact that quarterbacks are going to have broken clavicles. This is gonna be free nachos.
I'm gonna get Lawrence Taylor just to throw cocaine in the locker room, just for the culture.
Free nachos for every quarterback's head you bring me. It's gonna be Bounty Gate all over. It's gonna be Bounty Gate 2.0.
Are you guys making bounties on players' heads? No, that's barbaric. We're betting wings and burgers.
What, you think my cheap ass would give them money for quarterbacks? No.
I said I bet them a Crave case.
I give out free food.
A Crave case and maybe a hot dog. Like one of those big hot dogs. But only one.
Only one. You got to earn it. But next game, the bet is still back on. But no, this is a great draft. I got to be honest with you. You've gotten some. You did, to your point. You said, "Look, I'm not trading up. I'm gonna let the board come to me." And the board was very nice to you in this draft. Very nice to you. I mean, these are all really good value to me. We didn't address the O-line, but that's fine. You're not worried about scoring points anyway. We're here we're here to Joe Theismann every quarterback that we see.
The NFC East, I want just all injured by the end of the year because I want my backups sacking the quarterback. We can't lose if they can't score.
That's a fact. You can't lose. You might not win, but you can't lose.
We're 0-8 so far.
Right. I was about to say you might have every game be a tie. It's like we're technically undefeated. We're 1-0-16. And that's only because we had a miracle.
We made the wild card.
That's only
gotta love percentages.
We won. We technically won our division because
Technically.
our only game we won is because we got a pass interference call because we threw it to Justin Shorter, and they got pass interference, and so we were able to kick a field goal.
Justin Shorter, rookie of the year. You heard it here first.
Led the league in pass interference calls because that's all we do in offense is play action, throw it deep. It's like, oh! It's just, but this is a good one. There's Bijan Robinson, Trent Simpson, Darius Rush, Sidney Brown. Like I'm just reminding myself because it still flips me out every time I see that. Sidney Brown. I don't even know what this guy's name is, but Princeton dude.
I like how we were just like Jersey, pick him.
Yeah, dude, that's what people do. Like, honestly, you're kidding yourself if you don't think GMs actually don't do this. Like, oh, he's from my hometown, I'm gonna pick him. Elijah, again, I think value.
I like how Brett is most impressed with the seventh round. He's like,
no, all together, value wise, you guys came out clean. Like Trent,
I know, right? Because Brett, yeah, I know deep down, Brett's like, let's do this again, but you have to make at least 3 trades. Like that's what Brett wants me to do.
No. But that's why. But see, that's why I do multiple ones because there's gonna be there. If we did multiple ones, there's gonna be one where it's like, damn, bro, this sucks. You got no value. You know what I mean? Because he's.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do this again, and I won't take Bijan if he's there. I'll go something else, right? And then if I go defense in the first round, I'll go offense in the second round. Kind of like what I did, but I'll do the reverse of it. And so hypothetically, that should be a big enough butterfly effect to set in motion a new draft.
Oh, I mean, even if you took Bijan again, the way this works is gonna be different. So
I'm saying, save this, write it down. Know how you ruin my 4th round pick. Just I want everyone to know. Should have a safety. I'm smarter than this. I'm just saying, my 4th round pick.
Yes, for those of y'all that still don't get, I'm gonna say it for the 20th time. This is not whoever this guy is from Virginia. This is Sidney Brown, the safety out of Illinois. My mouse glitched out on me and took him. So
I'm going for an all-time defense. I'm building a franchise that will last 1,000 years. And
there will be blood.
There will be blood.
Just not ours.
We are the New York Football Giants.
There will be a funeral, but not for me. Anyway, you can find me at Never for Brett.
The Commanders.
Oh, yeah, for sure. By the way, congratulations to them, man, getting out of Daniel Snyder. Like, it's not official yet.
But we'll probably, we're going to talk about that some other time.
We'll do that another pod. But yeah,
it's so overdue. Me and Brett saw the news and didn't even talk to each other about it. We're like, cool.
Thanks.
Finally. Because, we're not trying to be fake Stephen A. first take clones like that's on every fucking ESPN and Fox Sports show. They putting on a stick. Me and Brett really don't like coming on here and just being negative with each other. It's cool when we have organic debates about shit we disagree on, but this, if you notice, we never said this is a debate thing because there's too much of that shit.
Yeah, it's called discussing other people's excellence for a reason.
Yeah, and one thing that hasn't been excellent is Washington football's owner. They're my rival, and I legitimately want them to do better. You know what I mean? Just be better for your. They have one of the best fan bases.
Yeah, that's like how I was with Cleveland before I went to Ohio. I was like, yo, man, I want y'all to do better, bro. And then I got to Ohio, I was like, yeah, screw you. I hope you guys suck for the rest of eternity.
He really does.
But this was a great draft. But anyway, you can find me at Never for Brett Me. That's NEVA_4BRETT_ME on Instagram and Twitter.
Not to chuck down on the socials, _dope blog on Instagram, the dope blog, all one word on Twitter, www.thedope.blog. And the New York Football Giants looking up. Look at this bright future I got paid for us. I'm so fucking good at
If
this.
this really happened in real life, Charles might instantly explode. Like, it happened. Anyway, because you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe, and join us next time as we continue.
I'm just happy I got to draft a running back in the first round and just say, fuck you to all you analytic people that think the running back is completely useless. Because drafting shitty linemen and shitty quarterbacks that aren't in the league in 2 years, that makes more sense than drafting players that will be in the league.
Well, to be fair, Bijan, I don't think I've seen a mock draft yet where he doesn't go in the first round. So to be fair,
you know the people. You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
no, but Bijan's one that he's that special. Like everybody's like, yeah, there's no way he doesn't go in the first round.
Please sign the thing, Saquon. I want you to get paid, but I want Saquon to stay a Giant.
Hey, bro, listen, I remember Le'Veon Bell. Saquon, honestly, I hate to say it, buddy, you probably should just sign the tag. That's just my advice. Like, I don't want to happen to you the same thing that happened to Le'Veon. So, anyway, join us next time. We continue to discuss other people's excellence. Deuces.
Peace.
Deuces. There will be blood.